Welcome in the world of artificial intelligence under artificial intelligence using Python series of lectures. We are studying search methods. Hi, I am Dr. Sunil from GCS Solutions. The contents of this lecture are search algorithm Python code. So we'll see the Python code for DFS and BFS, that is depth first search and breadth first search. Now here I discuss depth first and breadth first because the way algorithm is designed is same for BFS and DFS with only one change that I will explore at the time of explanation of the algorithm. Along with DFS, BFS, the sub-algorithms goal taste, move gen and append are also discussed in this lecture. Before getting into actual implementation of the algorithm, let us see the given graph on which the algorithm operates. So here a graph with 4 nodes is given, that is A, B, C and D, and there are edges like A is connected to B, A is connected to C, B is connected to C, B is connected to D and C is connected to D. So this way this graph is maintained. Moreover, here the start and goal variables are used to indicate the starting and the goal of the graph, that is start node and goal node. So here is the graph and this graph is represented as a state space. So let us focus over here. So we have to start with A. So A is the root of the state space tree. Now A has immediate successors B and C. The immediate successors are the nodes which are directly connected to the given node. So in our case, A has immediate successor B and C which are directly connected to A. So that is specified at the next level of the tree. Now B has immediate successor A, C, D. So it is specified here. C also has immediate successor A, B and D. So those are specified at the same level. And D is appearing at two places, that is D which is part of B and D is also part of C, and for these two nodes the immediate successors are specified at the next level. But this diagrammatic representation of the state space for the given graph is not given to the algorithms because this diagram is not the proper way to specify the state space to the algorithm. Here one needs to use a proper data structure to represent the state space, and that may be adjacency matrix or adjacency list. But in case of Python, dictionary is the most suitable data structure. Now dictionary is nothing but a set or a list of elements having key value pair. Now key is the node and values are nothing but the immediate successors of a given node. For example, we have here node A with immediate successor B and C, node B with immediate successors A, C and D maintained as a list. For node C, A, B, D are the immediate successors, so it is key value pair. And for node D, B and C, it is the immediate successor for D specified in the list. And this list of successors is provided to the algorithm as the state space. Let us now see the actual implementation of these two algorithms, that is DFS and BFS. So before we start the actual implementation of DFS, BFS, the sub algorithms are discussed here. Before discussing sub algorithms, the data structure used in these algorithms are like successor list, which is again a dictionary maintaining key value pair. Here key is the node of the graph, so we have all the nodes present in this dictionary along with the successor of each of the nodes. We also have a start, that is the variable list start, which takes A as the initial node to be started with. We also have a goal, a list again, having only one node, which is nothing but the goal to be found. The closed list is the global list, which is maintained to copy the contents of the closed, which is maintained by DFS and BFS. So this closed list is initialized with the list function of the Python. So here list function is called and this closed list is initialized. Uh, our algorithm also has two important state variables, that is success and failure, which are Boolean variables, and the state is the variable which basically takes the two states, either success or failure. So initially the state is failure, that means the state variable will tell us whether the goal node is found or not, whether we have reached to the goal or not. Initially it is assumed that we have started with the initial start node, so state is failure. Now the goal test function is like, it is a straightaway transformation of this logical step into a Python goal test function. So it is very simple. If you compare this, you will find it is similar. The only difference is that if statement has double equal to, which is nothing but the comparison symbol in the Python. So if n equal to goal, that is the, if given node matches to the goal, then return true, otherwise return false. This straightaway transformation. Again MoveGen, we have same thing, that we MoveGen is defined here, and MoveGen has a new list. That new list is initialized using list function of the Python. For n in S, do this. So this n is first search in the list of successor. So as we have already seen that successor list is the list of key value pairs. So our keys are the nodes. Now this if statement will help us to do that search operation. So n is checked in a successor list, but in the successor list only keys are taken, and among these keys n is searched. If n is found, then in new list the values of that particular key n are retrieved. Those values of the key are nothing but the immediate successor of that node n, and that is stored in new list. The list is printed just to verify what is being stored in new list, and that new list is returned to our main algorithm. Now append function is very simple. It takes two arguments, that is list1 and list2. It appends and store that result in new list and return the new list to the main algorithm. Here we have a representation of, or rather implementation of this append in very simple way. So here two list variables L1 and L2 are taken, and simple plus operator help us to achieve the task of append, because plus operator has capability to append the two list L1 and L2, which are nothing but the operands of this operator. So this successful concatenation of two list is done and stored in new list, and that is returned to the main algorithm. So this is basically the operation of goal test, MoveGen and append. But for the complete understanding of DFS and BFS algorithm, please watch video lecture 5 and video lecture 6 of this series, so that you will be having a better in-depth understanding of these algorithms. Because here my intention is just to help you out, or you just to figure out how the logical steps are transferred into actual Python code. My intention is not to explain. Let us now see the implementation of DFS and BFS algorithm. DFS and BFS follows the same steps except one, that is, how do you maintain the open? If the node stored in child are appended at the beginning of the open list, then this open behaves like a stack, and this algorithm will work like a depth first search algorithm. But if the elements of the child list are added at the end of the open, then open behaves like a queue, and the algorithm works like a breadth first search algorithm. Let us now see the DFS implementation. It maintains two lists, that is open and closed. Initially open is initialized with start and closed is empty, and that is achieved using these two list variables open and closed. Let us focus here where I am pointing. Now open is initialized with start, it is maintained as a list. So here start is specified in the square bracket. Now closed is initialized as empty list by calling list function of the Python, and state is failure. That means we have not yet reached to the goal state, so that's why state variable is initialized with the boolean value failure. Now while loop has two test conditions. While loop iterates till open is not empty and state is success. Either of these two either one of these two condition fails, this comes out of the loop. This algorithm comes out of the loop, and this is maintained using while. Now open is not empty is achieved using a step like a len function is called on the open. A len function returns non-zero value if there is something in the open, otherwise it returns zero value. So length of the value is not 0, that means there is something in the open. And if state is not success, that means we have not yet reached to the goal state. This whole operation is repeated. Now once the algorithm gets into while, it will pick the node from the open, which is always the front node. In both the cases, DFS and BFS, from the open, the front node is picked always. So that is achieved by calling the open list index 0 element. That means we specify open uh, list index 0 element here, like open square bracket 0. So it picks the first element and assigns to the n. Now whatever you have picked, that is removed from the open, and that is achieved by calling del function of the Python, and del space open index 0 will delete the node we have picked, that is the first node. Now goal test function is called. If goal test function returns true, then if part is executed. If the current node is not goal node, then goal test returns false and it gets into else part. So that is achieved by calling goal test function. If it returns true, that means the goal has reached, so your status is updated to success. Now whatever node we picked, which is the goal node, is appended to the closed by calling append function, and that whole output is stored in the closed, and closed is printed thereafter to check the status of the closed. If goal test fails, it gets into else part, and these 5 steps are implemented like this, that the current node, which is not the goal node, is appended to the closed, because closed maintains everything right from beginning start node till the node which are visited till the current operation. So here that is achieved, that node is appended to the closed and closed list is printed. This child equal to moveGen, this step is achieved by calling moveGen function. moveGen function returns the immediate successor of current node n, and that is stored in the child list. Now from child, the elements from the open are deleted. That is achieved using for val in open. For each of the values in the open, check that value is in child. If it is there, then that element from the open is removed from the child by calling remove function. So this operation child minus open is implemented using 3 steps, that is for loop, if condition, and then remove function of the Python. Similarly, these steps are repeated for the closed. So for val in closed, check whether that value is in child and remove that value from the child if it is present in the child. Now this last step of the else, that is append the child elements at the beginning of the open, is done using append function or by calling append function, and that is done here by simply calling append function and specifying child as the first argument and open as the second argument. So once this is done, the algorithm will iterate till test condition is true. Once test condition is false, it comes out. Now here the state is returned as the success or failure of the algorithm to the calling program. Hope you understood this implementation. Now this is the driver code in which DFS is called, and the status of the operation of DFS is stored in result variable, and closed is printed here to see what is the status of the closed, because closed maintains all the node visited. Whether the operation of DFS is successful or not, the close always maintains all the visited node till the last step of execution. Now result will tell us whether the execution of DFS was successful or not. That means the goal node was found or not. So that is printed here. So let us see this execution. So here dfs.py program is executed on Anaconda prompt. So initially it starts with A as the first node, and that node is saved in closed. Now as A is not goal, so immediate successor of A are returned, so that is B and C, and that is stored in child as it is, and open is having B and C, because at this point of time open was having nothing, and as A is not the goal, so whatever successor nodes are there, the successor of A, those nodes are added to the open. Now open is having B at the beginning, so next iteration starts with the first node picked from the open, that is B. As B is not goal, so first that B is added to the closed. So initially closed was having A, now it has two elements A and B. Now B is not the goal node, so what are the immediate successor of B? That is ACD. So that ACD is written by Mugen and that is given to the child, but from the child whatever there is in the open or closed, that is removed. Now from this child this A is removed, and whatever is left, that is stored here in the open. So open has D and C. So here this D is picked as the new node to be inspected. Now here D is the goal, so as goal is reached, algorithm terminates, and that D is again appended to the closed. So closed maintains all the nodes visited till goal node, that is ABD, and this true status tells us that goal node is found. So this way it works. Hope you understood this, and I recommend you to take the code which is given in the description section of this video and try the code. That means try to execute that code in the environment of your choice, any environment which supports Python, and then test for BFS as well. The only thing you have to do is to alter the sequence of the append operation with the open list. That is, you have to append the child to the end of the open list. So hope you have understood this. So dear learners, how was the lecture? Please subscribe to GCS Solutions. If you like the video, click on like button, share among the friends, and comment for the improvements. I remind you again that code of this lecture is given in the description section. We are GCS Solutions, making technology easy to learn. Till next lecture, be intelligent.